Hey guys, welcome to Braddels Gaming and to another episode of my Far Cry 5 community creation series. This is the third horror map that we're going to be doing as part of this sort of Halloween special I have going on at the channel at the moment. Unlike last year where I released 3 videos all on the same day, on the day of Halloween, there's just going to be one today, and that is the sequel to the original Bad Camping Trip 2. This is the sequel to the map that we featured last year by the same creator, chunklemcdunkle. This one is called Bad Camping Trip 2. And yeah, it was originally created on the PlayStation, but chunklemcdunkle has used the map swapper feature to port this map over to the PC and Xbox versions of the game so everybody in the community can enjoy it. But yeah, nonetheless, this is the second part of the Bad Camping Trip series. There's not a third part, although this map kind of ends on you thinking as the player that there will be a third part. I checked, unfortunately there's not a third part, and given the creator released Bad Camping Trip 1 and 2 about 6 months from each other, and it's been over a year since then I don't think they're going to come back and build Bad Camping Trip 3, which is a bit unfortunate because the ending of this map kind of leaves a player on a cliffhanger. In other words, the ending of this map is really cool and it really makes me want to explore it, but unfortunately that's the extraction zone, so you can't. But nonetheless, this is still a pretty cool map. I always think that, well, I think our culture kind of tells us that sequels aren't as good as originals, but of course that's a whole different debate, and I'm sure we can have that discussion sometime later in the future. But I definitely feel like Bad Camping Trip 2 is, well, it kind of follows this trend. I don't think it's as good as the original. There's not as many points of interest on this map that really kind of makes you have that sort of wow factor about when you're playing this map, but there's still some really cool parts of the map that I think are pretty creepy, and you can definitely see that it is the same creator because the map is extremely polished. The lighting is really good, the atmosphere is really creepy and really eerie. But the enemies themselves, I mean, they don't seem to scare the player as much, or at least they didn't really scare me. In Bad Camping Trip 1, I definitely felt like the tension was a lot more suspenseful and that sort of thing. I feel that if the AI in this map were real people, then they'd probably be more scared of me than I am of them, just because it's, I don't know, it feels pretty easy to take them out, but you can also see them pretty far in advance, as long as you're pretty careful, I suppose you could say. And they're not particularly challenging, they're kind of just the usual enemies that you encounter in the Far Cry 5 campaign. So the pros of this map is that, again, it's just very well polished. There are some creepy points of interest, and I feel like even though it doesn't have as much wow factor as the first one, it's still worth playing through. It's got that creepy atmosphere, and at the end of the day, it's just another horror map for you to fulfill any Halloween or horror urges that you may have. I suppose the cons of this map is that, again, doesn't have as much wow factor. I feel like the enemies could have been mixed up maybe a bit more, maybe just to introduce a bit more tension to the map and a bit more of a challenge. But otherwise, that is the quick overview of this map. The cinematics are just about to end, so I'm going to let the commentary go here so you guys can immerse yourself in the map. As, I feel like horror maps definitely do a really good job at really nailing down that atmosphere, and I want you guys to immerse yourselves in the map as well, without my commentary getting in the way. So without any further ado, I'm Braddels Gaming, I'm signing out now, and remember to have yourselves a happy Halloween.
Journey. someone pissing around, probably.
What the hell's that?
I spent so much money on Y2K protection.
Just gotta make it through another day. I love this weather.
So goddamn bored. Sun comes up and this place is a regular Shangri-La.
Another lousy day.
What in God's... Take it easy now.
Beats the hell out of me.
always darkest before the dawn. Always dark. Yeah, I'm ready.
Just simmer down a bit.
Now I know her.
What's going